Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great episode of Exciting World Cryptos, where I talk about the amazing world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. As there are many great people involved in this space who make all the pieces successful of the puzzle fit together. Today, I'd like to profile one of those great people who has made many great contributions to the world of cryptocurrency. We're going to talk to Jason Nelson, a Dragonwolftech, who is also a content creator. Jason often creates Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and other technology-related content for websites, blogs, and his video platform. He also does various interviews of many famous people and profiles these people who are involved in the crypto space as well. You can check out his show at Dragonwolftech. Today, we'd like to learn more about Jason and Dragonwolftech, as I have invited him to my show. We're going to talk to him and ask him a few questions, and we're going to learn about himself and also his great platform. So now let me introduce you, Jason Nelson, at Dragonwolftech. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Exciting World Cryptos. And we're going to start with our interview today, and I'd like to talk about some of the amazing people we have in the crypto space. Specifically, lots of content creators are out there. And one content creator today we're going to talk with is Jason Nelson of the platform of Dragonwolftech. So let me introduce to you all. Here is Jason Nelson of Dragonwolftech, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Jared. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's welcome, and we're always appreciate you having on our show as well. You've produced so much amazing content. Even in the last little while with all your interviews you've been doing, you're really showcasing all the amazing people in the space of the cryptocurrency.
Yeah, well, what I try to do, instead of talking about price and how much Bitcoin is worth, I try to showcase the people who are actually making the space work, the different platforms, the different, personalities. I mean, you've been on my show before, and we both know Naomi Brockwell. She's been on my show, and, you know, I try to make it less about me and more about the space.
Oh, definitely. Absolutely. So what we like to do today, as for our audience members out there, and this is also just perfectly for all the beginners, we like to give a profile of everyone who's out there and help everyone learn more about the people and everything in the crypto space. So we will just bring us to our very first question of this interview. So tell everyone else your name and a little about your actual background.
Well, my name is Jason. My background is in technology, so I spent a number of years in working with computers and networks. I got into cryptocurrency about 2016 when I first started looking into Bitcoin and getting involved like that. My entry into the space itself came after meeting Naomi on social media and interacting with her and the people in her circle, and then I started expanding out from there. I recently, about 2017 is when I went to my first conference, and then I just started expanding from there. Then I started becoming a content creator, and I've had my website, dragonwolftech.com, for about 2 years now. And then I switched between written content and video content.
Oh, awesome. It's always really good. Really gets you going in the entire space, and it's a good way to actually profile everything going on. So here's our second question. You may already mention a little bit of this information already, but for our audience members, how did you find out about the blockchain technology and cryptocurrency?
Well, I found out about Bitcoin a lot long, and I found out about Bitcoin before I found out about blockchain technology. The reason why I say it like that is because I read about Bitcoin and people using it back in 2013, but the technology was still in its the technology itself wasn't in its infancy, but the understanding of it was. So people knew that this was a currency that you could use on the internet to buy things, and that was pretty much what people were talking about. So I figured, well, that's interesting. But then in 2016 is when I actually started looking at Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew about the currency, and
Mm-hmm.
then I started learning about the technology behind it. Mostly
Mm-hmm.
because I saw the price fluctuating so much, and I was thinking, well, maybe we want to focus on the technology
Absolutely.
behind it instead of focusing on how much it's worth. And that's when I
Absolutely.
started learning about blockchain technology, and it just kind of expanded from there.
Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah, there's many different aspects in this entire space, especially with the technology aspects. We really actually, I think, with the technology, really can broaden furthermore versus using cryptocurrency as a method of investing. The more the technology and the implementation of using it as an actual currency for like good purchase goods and services more interesting and more beneficial versus just a method of investing. So, bring us about your platform of Dragonwolftech. Tell the viewers, everyone out there, about your exactly what your platform is all about and everything that it's made of.
Well, Dragonwolftech.com is basically my site for hosting the content that I create.
Mm-hmm.
My primary platform is actually YouTube, where most of these
Mm-hmm.
videos are hosted.
Mm-hmm.
I also upload to library.io and to Float, the Float app, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Steam it and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
really, if you go to dragonwolftech.com, you'll see basically the same content that you're seeing here, but you'll also see my written content as well.
Yeah, it's definitely really good to have the same name on various all the other platforms out there, all the different social medias. It's good for all the viewers out there to find because they can see Dragon Wolf Tech on YouTube, and then they go to Steam it and they see it again. They know exactly who's behind the actual information is provided. So, looking at your actual platform on the last many videos you've been doing in the last little while, you've interviewed some amazing, great people involving cryptocurrency and blockchain. So, of all some of the people you've so far interviewed, who has been the most interesting and most influential guest so far, and tell us why you think so.
Well, I mean, you don't want to put one guest over another, but
Mm-hmm.
for the sake of just my experience in crypto, my favorite guest has got to be Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I say that is because Naomi is how I got into this space, and quite
Right.
frankly, Naomi is the reason why I'm still in this space, because
Mm-hmm.
she's such a great mentor and friend to us on in the cryptocurrency space that
Absolutely
it keeps
agreed.
you motivated. Um, so I would say that interview, and it wasn't even that long. It was about 30 minutes long,
Yeah.
and but it meant a lot to me that she would take the time to do that with me.
Mm-hmm.
But all of my guests are important. I appreciate everyone who has come on my show. I appreciate you. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate just the community that has embraced me and welcomed me into its circle.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, there's many great people in this space, and I think in general you can't really narrow it down to this one particular person who's very important. It's like as a community and its whole, where everyone really brings something in and brings the contributions in there, as well as just being how everyone's like friendly, and it's almost like an online or a crypto family is involved. Like everyone's very positive in this space all the time. So with all the different problems and different situations going on with cryptocurrency out there, possibly adoption or bringing out information or anything like that, here's our fifth question. What would be three concerns you have so far for the cryptocurrency?
Well, the my primary concern about cryptocurrency, not crypto itself,
Mm-hmm.
but I still have a concern about the people who are after it solely for its financial
Mm-hmm.
ramifications.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
idea that Bitcoin is worth, well, currently about a little bit over $8,100.
Mm-hmm.
It went up to $20,000 in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a lot of people focusing on that as opposed to focusing on how do we get it into people's, well, phone, right? How do
Yeah.
we get it out to the masses?
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing an article about why mass adoption is a good thing, but it's not what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on building use cases. We should be
Mm-hmm.
focusing on uh, understanding, teaching people how it works, and then worry about mass adoption later down the road. Um,
Absolutely.
my second concern is the legal ramifications of that, quest for adoption,
Mm-hmm.
because we see a lot of talk in the media and in Washington and different
Mm-hmm.
governments about either you know slowing it down, attempting to slow it down, or banning it outright.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very concerning to me, because that if governments decide to ban Bitcoin, right, you turn thousands, if not millions of people into criminals like that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And that's not right. And that's one of the things that Edward Snowden was talking about in his talk at the last Bitcoin conference,
Mm-hmm.
about needing people to advocate for Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's my other concern. My third concern is probably we have a lot of infighting in cryptocurrency.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe it's all malicious. I think a lot of it is just people are passionate about their different project.
Mm-hmm.
But people tend to throw around the word scam a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And in an environment where you have government and financial institutions and who are trying to stop cryptocurrency, the last thing we need is to give them ammunition by calling these different things scams.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to stop. I understand maximalism, but once you get to that point, you're not helping anyone. You're
No.
harming the community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, certainly many are concerns in cryptocurrency and the way things are going. Of course, all those things are like what brings what the first impression that other people have about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. You mentioned we don't want them to know what the things are scams, or think all things are scams, or just methods of even pyramid schemes out there. It's like certainly there's many things out there to consider. And as I mentioned before, cryptocurrency is this still present time, they can still consider it like the wild west of like the investment or anything in the financial area at this time in some aspects. So this
Well,
brings our
and to that point, that's a fair assessment of cryptocurrency right now, the whole Wild West thing.
mm-hmm.
But we have to remember, and hopefully it's conveyed properly to people just getting into space. The idea behind Bitcoin was financial freedom,
Exactly.
right?
That's
And
definitely
that's why I'm here, and
yep.
hopefully that's why more people are here.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that gets lost in the whole financial back and forth.
Definitely, for sure. That's definitely the message that needs to be communicated to the people in general. That with crypto, it brings more control to your money versus right now with the current system, you don't have much control. I mean, people think they do, but they don't. So that's
Well,
the big
no, yeah,
thing.
that's 100% correct. And see, the issue also is, our governments are moving towards a cashless society. Me and
Mm-hmm.
Naomi and I talked about this on her interview on my show,
Especially in
and
Australia right now.
especially in
So.
Australia, right? But they're
Mm-hmm.
not doing it for the sake of they're not doing it for our benefit.
No, their benefit.
They're doing it for their benefit,
Yeah, they
right?
can see they want to see every transaction you do. Even if you're paying off the kid you shoveled your snow yesterday, they want to
Right.
see that transaction.
Exactly. And that's not how you build financial freedom. That's actually
No.
more of that's tyranny. That
Mm-hmm.
that's being in control of a person's life down to the point of the items that they purchase.
Mm-hmm.
You
Exactly.
know.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, so there's different things out there for sure. So bring us on to the second question. As we in ties in with some of the people you interviewed or anyone you know or follow in the world of cryptocurrency, tell me something you think is probably someone who's very important to the crypto world in general, or even a few people.
Well, there's there's a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
that you know. I like to think that anyone who's involved could potentially revolutionize the space.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to say that technology removes limitations,
Definitely.
right? And cryptocurrency is an example of that because anyone can make it.
Yeah.
So I don't put anyone as more important than anyone else when it comes to the broader space
Mm-hmm.
because we're all important. We're all important because we're here.
Yeah. Exactly. Hmm.
You know, um, there's there's certain people who I would like to talk to,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would love to talk to Ross Ulbricht and
Mm-hmm.
pick his brain about what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
The whole Silk Road was probably the ultimate use case for Bitcoin because
Exactly.
it was peer to peer electronic cash used
Mm-hmm.
to buy goods and services.
Exactly.
And then I would love to get his take on his sentence.
Yep.
We I mean, I've been a huge supporter of the Free Ross campaign since
Mm-hmm.
I first found out about it over a year ago, and I he received a double life sentence for running this website,
Mm-hmm.
and he they tried to give him a murder charge, but that was dropped, but
Mm-hmm.
they didn't change the double life sentence.
No.
So it's like, well, you basically just wanted to make an example out of him.
Exactly what it is.
That's all that was. It had nothing to do with what actually happened. you
No.
know People try to blame him for what people used his platform for. Well,
Exactly.
okay, can we talk to Apple? Can we talk to
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft? Can we talk to all
Mm-hmm.
these people? Because people use their platform for crime, and
Mm-hmm.
they're sitting in the White House,
Exactly.
right? So I would love to get his opinion on all of this. I mean, I I I try to stay on top of that situation as much as possible. His mom, Lynn, spoke at the
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin conference too, and she's
Right.
a very moving,
Mm-hmm.
moving person. You can tell, you see the love and the
Mm-hmm.
conviction of what she's trying to do.
Yeah. Actually got to meet Lynn too. She's at the Futurist conference too. Was in Toronto too. So she was there. I got to actually meet her as well there.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
good.
yeah. I
Yeah.
saw your
Yeah.
pictures. Yeah,
Yeah. So she's
and
she's around everywhere. I think she's now like pretty much all at many conferences all the time. And
yeah,
she's good. Yeah.
I believe she's coming to Litecoin Summit too.
Yeah, I know. I think well, she's there that week. She's because I
Okay.
saw her name at one of those events there, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
she got to
yeah.
be there. So
But yeah, so that's how I feel about it. The the space is, people are coming into the space every day,
Mhm.
and we shouldn't have um uh, uh no one should have a higher standing than someone else, because you don't know where the next innovation is going to come from. So
No,
we should
exactly,
keep an open mind when we're engaging with everyone, quite frankly.
exactly. That's the key for sure. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of things going on. There's lots of important people out there in this crypto space. So there's all these new things coming out in the next little while, and definitely it's always fun to keep what's going on and all the other going updates. So as part of our one of our final questions of this interview, more of a fun personal question. If you could have dinner with anyone in history, who would it be and why? And this doesn't have to be anyone involved with cryptocurrency or the financial sector, be just anyone in general.
You know, it's an odd. Well, I don't think it's an odd answer, but if you know computers,
Mm-hmm.
um, her name was Ada Lovelace.
Okay.
and she's considered one of the founders, innovators of computing. She
Mm-hmm.
was Lord Byron's daughter. So we're talking what, the late 1700s, early 1800s, and it, to me, the idea that someone could lay the groundwork for something that we're using today all the way back then, I would love to be able to pick her brain and find out, how she started into that, how it changed from when she first heard about it to when she started doing computers,
Mm-hmm.
um, something like that. If I was going to speak to someone historically in the field that I know, I mean, of course, there are more people, and the question really depends on the circumstance of the topic, right? So if you're talking about technology, I would love to speak with her. If you're
Mm-hmm.
talking about social issues, I mean, you can't really top, Dr. Martin Luther King or
Mm-hmm.
Gandhi or
Mm-hmm.
someone like that. So it's a hard question to answer because there's a lot of options.
Definitely.
But let's start with Countess Lovelace and go from there.
Oh, definitely, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely lots of people out there that are beneficial to the history and any kind of issues going on. So it's very important to make sure that those people don't get forgotten. And there's always like a normal story going on for them and in general at all. So, anyways, that has been our interview with Jason Nelson of Dragonwolftech. What I'm going to do for all you people out there, I'm going to be leaving Dragonwolftech's links below so you can contact Dragonwolftech if any questions, concerns, and check out his platform. He's always on YouTube and Twitter and several other of his social medias, and he's always providing great information and lots of good interviews as well. So thank you for your time, Jason Nelson, and it's been really a huge pleasure of having you on our show today.
Well, JR, thank you for having me on, and you're doing great work out there. I subscribe to your channel, and of course, we follow each other on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And I look forward to seeing you in Vegas at the end of the month. That's going to be our first face to face. We'll have to get a drink,
Mm-hmm. Definitely, for sure.
and talk crypto.
Definitely, yeah. Always lots of stuff going on. So,
But yeah,
anyways,
thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you so much for taking this time to watch this great interview I just did with Jason Nelson of Dragonwolftech. I hope you enjoyed and you learned a lot. Oh, if you have any questions and wish to contact Jason, feel free to connect and check him out anytime. Don't forget to subscribe to his YouTube channel, Dragonwolftech. He has so much more information there. It is just so amazing. Don't miss out. It's just one of the best things you'll ever actually see. So I'm going to leave for you all the links below. You can contact him. Feel free to connect and check everything out. There's all his social media, his email, his websites as well. It's always very helpful. Check it out. It's going to be lots of fun for you. And also, I'd just like to give once again a thank you to all you for watching this episode of Exciting Road Cryptos. Don't forget to subscribe to my amazing channel as well. I can lead you to more information in cryptocurrency, help you with your learning process. So thank you for your time, and you have yourself a great day, and we'll talk to you all very soon. Thank you. Bye for now.